So you want to learn how to fold your boxers? Well, you have come to the right place. I'm going to show you 6 ways that you can fold your boxers here today. We're going to start with some really quick and easy ways to fold boxers. Then we'll move on to some file folding. And at last we'll do some rolling as well. More space saving and great for travel there. So let's start out with the easiest way to fold your boxers, which will be this. So start with the boxers with the front side facing up and fold them over in half from side to side. And then from top to bottom, fold it over again like so. And there you have it. As you can see, it's not very space saving, but it is great if you want to just fold your garments quick, right? But I want to show you a variation of this, which is a little bit more space saving and doesn't take much more time, of course. So this way of folding your boxers is going to save a little bit more space. As you can see here, it doesn't take much time either. So with the front side facing up here, we're going to fold the boxer over in half like so. Now we want to take the crotch area here and we're going to fold it in like this. And then we're going to split the boxer into 3 parts. From the bottom we fold it up once, and from the top we can fold it down like this. And there you go, easy and more space saving ways to fold your boxers, right? So you can stack these on top of each other. Now this looks a little bit like file folding, right? Which would be like this, and you could stack the boxers next to each other instead. It's a little bit tricky for boxers for sure compared to some other underwear, but it's no problem, we can do it for sure here. So again, with the front side facing up like this, we're going to split the boxer into 3 parts here, and we're going to fold it in 1/3 of the way like this. And then we repeat on the other side as well. Now here is a little bit of a problem with boxers. As you can see, it's kind of flaring out on both sides. So what I like to do is take the part that flares out and fold it down underneath the boxer like this. So we get more of an even line running down the shorts here. So I'm going to split the boxers into 3 parts. And from the bottom, I'm going to fold it up 1/3 of the way like this, and 1 more third of the way like that. Now at this point, we can lift the boxers up and place things standing on their own. If you're having problem making them stand up like this, what you can do is press them in and down a little bit, and that way it should stand on its own, gets a little bit more space there at the bottom. Now this is the method that I recommend that most people start with that want to organize their wardrobe. You can probably imagine that this fold is a little bit flimsy, right? It's not something that you can really pack together and put in your bag, but we can do a variation of it that will look more like this. As you can see, now the band is securing the file fold in place, so you can even throw it around if you are so inclined. So how we do this is, again, with the front side facing up here, we're going to fold the boxer briefs in 1/3 of the way like this. Now for this fold, I like to fold back the first fold here as well, like that, so we get an even line. Repeat on the other side, fold it over all the way like that. And we want to make an even line, so we're going to fold this part underneath like that. And now we get a nice and even line on both sides here. So we're going to split the boxers into 3 parts again. And this time we're going to fold the top down first like that. I like to undershoot it a tiny bit on 1/3 here. The other part we're going to stuff inside the top layer here. So with your hand, stuff it all inside there. I like to make like a straight hand and kind of press it in there with my fingers into all the edges here. And at this point you can kind of adjust it, make sure the band looks nice and everything is placed nicely. And if you see here on the other side now, this is the part that we folded over. So once you've made it into something you feel happy with, you can place it standing up like this. And again, you can use the trick with pressing in your fingers and down to the table, and it should stand on its own pretty nicely. Now this is great for bags, of course. You can place this in your luggage easily, but I do like the rolls more personally for travel and for really space saving as well. So a roll on boxer shorts is going to look something like this. As you can see, it's great for saving space here. And how we do this is that we start with the boxers with the front side facing up again. We're going to fold the boxers in 1/3 of the way on one side like so. And then we repeat the process on the other side there as well. Again, if it's flaring out here, you can just stuff it underneath there, no big deal. And then we're going to start rolling it up from the bottom all the way to the top. And the tighter you roll, the more space it's going to save, but it also creases up a little bit more. So you want to let the roll here rest on top of the waistband like this. You can also place these standing up, but it's going to unravel, especially if you take it out traveling. So what I would recommend is that you use an elastic band on these. Or you can check out the variation of this roll called Ranger roll, or space saving roll, as I like to say. Now this roll is by far the most space saving ways you could fold your boxers. It's really compact and nice, creases up the clothes a little bit, but it's great for travel, let me just say that. So how do we do this? Well, we start out with the boxers with the front side facing up like this. Then we're going to take the waistband here and we're going to fold it underneath the boxers here like this. 3-4 inches should be good for this. So once you have folded that underneath like this, we're going to start folding in the areas here that are flaring out so that we kind of get an edge here along the waistband of the boxers. We're going to do that on both sides here. So something like this should be good. And then from here, we can split the garment into 3 parts. And we're folding it in 1/3 of the way on one side like that, and 1/3 of the way on the other side as well, so that it overlaps the first side. Now you see we have a nice shape to work with here. Now from the bottom, we're going to start rolling up the garment. The tighter you roll it, the more space you're going to save. But again, it wears a little bit on the garment and it also creases it up a little bit. So you have to judge how tight you want to roll it yourself. So once you made it to this point, we're going to lift it up and we're going to flip the waistband here over the roll. So that secures it in place. You want to do one side at a time. It can be a little bit tricky, especially until you get a hang of it. So this is the point where you should be at now. Now you are finished kind of here, but I like to put my thumbs inside here and just kind of adjust it, give it a nice little shape like so. What you can also do is place it laying down, or you can flatten the bottom here and you will be able to place it standing up as well, which is awesome for storage and great for travel, right? And I know this fold can be a little bit tricky, but I do have cheat sheets on how to do these rolls as well as the file folding with like step-by-step instructions. You can check it out. You also get it for free if you sign up for the channel membership. So consider tapping this join button underneath this video and I'll see you in the next one.